Welcome, welcome, welcome to the half of humanity not currently blowing in the wind. As we wind out the month and Avengers Infinity War fits firmly into our rearview mirror, I wanted to take one final look at the movie itself before diving fully into predicting the MCU's future. As always, I'm Hudsimus Prime, and today I share my theory on perhaps the film's greatest question. How did Thanos know who Tony Stark was? It goes without saying that beyond this point, there will be direct spoilers from Infinity War. Not just the vague ones like in the intro. Honestly, if you're one of the 3 people who hasn't seen Space Shrek crash Earth's party yet, you need to fix that ASAP. Now that that is out of the way, I'd like to address the popular theory on how Thanos knows Tony Stark. There's a large base of support for the theory that Thanos knows Stark because he hand-delivered a nuke to his army's doorstep. Granted, that is an excellent reason to go out of your way to find someone's identity, but somehow Thanos going out of his way to care to know the name of the human, then doing absolutely nothing about it for 6 years seems a little weird. I'm sure he knows the Avengers did it, added them to his shit list, left it at that, and kept his eyes on the prize. Everyone knows America used planes to drop nukes before World War II. Can anyone name the pilots? If some of you can, a tip of the hat to you. Please collect your no prize in the comments section below. Instead, I believe the answer is wafted right in front of our faces in the third and final act of the film. We begin with examining the exact line Thanos used to stun Stark and audiences worldwide.
Stark, you know me? I do. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge.
The phrasing, cursed with knowledge, is important here, as it directly references the way Red Skull explains how he knows Thanos and Gamora in a previous scene. While I could not find an audio clip of this scene, Red Skull tells Thanos he is cursed with the knowledge of all those who have or will seek the Soul Stone. This ability almost certainly stems from the stone itself, which brings us back to Grimace. Once Thanos has the Soul Stone, he knows every soul in existence. At least he would in the comic books. In the MCU films, this has yet to be confirmed, but I do feel the curse of knowledge mentioned by both Thanos and Red Skull is a direct reference to this ability. Once Thanos has the Soul Stone, he knows Stark because Tony Stark will possess the Soul Stone. With Thanos resting and half the universe dusted, there is some avenging to do. The MCU writers' bullpen clearly had the OG Avengers survive to allow the next film's focus to revolve around them without the next generation gobbling up screen time like hungry hippos. I know we never saw Hawkeye to confirm this survival, but come on, you know Hawkeye is alive and crying into a dustpan right now. I expect the original team and some friends to acquire a new Infinity Gauntlet to undo what Thanos did. Since Infinity War cemented the ethereal Stark and Thanos connection felt by Tony since the first Avengers, we will most likely see Mr. Stark wield the mighty mitten. The one unfortunate caveat with this theory is the Soul Stone's morbid payment plan and how Tony Stark plans on paying it. Likely needing the sacrifice of a loved one, this spells trouble for Tony's buddies. However, there is one buddy in particular danger. They've had their ups and their downs, and when the chips are down, he's always had Tony's back. Though it will sadden the audience, deep down I think we've all really been expecting this death since Civil War. In order to acquire the Soul Stone, Tony Stark will have to sacrifice his best friend, military man, James Rhodey Rhodes, aka War Machine. While the Caprifice, #Caprifice, is a popular theory right now, I'm thinking he's a red, white, and blue herring. I'm betting it's Rhodey, mainly due to his surviving Infinity War. Marvel will want their original team for the final fight against Thanos, which gives them next to zero options for loved ones to sacrifice. Aside from the original 6, only War Machine, Rocket Raccoon, Okoye, M'Baku, and Nebula are among the survivors confirmed by the film's end. War Machine was left alive specifically to sacrifice in the next film. Hulk, Hawkeye, and Black Widow have never had solo films or supporting casts. All Thor's friends are dead or MIA, and both of Cap's boyfriends turned to dust. Iron Man is the only Avenger left with someone to lose. While it's possible Pepper Potts could also be the sacrifice, I find it much less likely that she's gallivanting around space at the time the sacrifice is called for. Losing perhaps his best friend since the beginning of the MCU will be the final despicable hurdle Tony must endure to reform the gauntlet and ensure an Avengers victory. As I mentioned, the Infinity War Writers' Room chose who survived into Avengers 4, tipping their hand on what's to come. The original team was left alive for one last hurrah before their contracts expire, giving them a final farewell into the MCU before it moves on to its next phase. The loner, Rocket Raccoon, spent 2 movies pushing away all those who were closest to him. Now, after losing all those closest to him, he gets to deal with their inevitable return in Guardians 3. And finally, War Machine is placed to be the tough choice that Tony Stark will have to make between billions of lives saved and billions of lives lost. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I gave you some food for thought as we endure this wait until Avengers 4 hits screens. So how do you think Thanos knows Stark? I mean, did you like my idea? Do you have your own idea? I'd love to read your theories on the questions in the comments below. As always, if you liked what you saw here, remember to like and subscribe for more theories on the MCU and overall game footage. Thank you guys again so much for watching. The support has been phenomenal. You guys are great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You rock! And until next time, good luck and Godspeed.